Hey, hey, hey! It is your girl, Dorothy-Inez, coming to you live on National Self-Love Day. It's actually National Self-Love Night right now, but I'm here coming to you from my kitchen, my little tea bar behind here. And I wanted to come on. Yesterday, we celebrated National Self-Love Day because obviously it falls on a Monday. And we celebrated it yesterday in Sacred Circle with some amazingly beautiful women, as well as my 13-year anniversary as a coach. I cannot believe it's been 13 amazing years. In case you don't know me, if this is your first time tuning in, I am Dorothy-Inez. That's Dorothy-Inez, one word, like Oprah. And I am a holistic confidence coach. And what does holistic confidence coach mean? Well, what that means is I love helping women to show up with more beauty, more confidence, more self-love, more self-care, basically confidence from the inside out. Okay. And I take a holistic, more spiritual approach to confidence. So tonight I wanted to come on and just talk about self-love, self-care. Let me make sure. Okay, it looked like my battery was going to go out. I wanted to come on and talk about self-love and self-care and make a distinguishment between the two, but really focus on self-love today and a little bit of self-care in there because they're actually two different things. And then at the end, I hope you will stay because I want to share a video that I'll probably end up getting flagged for because it is a popular song. And no, I don't own the rights to it, but I want to share the video that highlights the last 13 years. So let's go ahead and dive in. So first of all, what is self-love? Self-love is a state of appreciation for oneself that grows from actions that support our physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. Self-love means having a high regard for your own well-being and happiness. Self-love means taking care of your own needs and not sacrificing your well-being for others. Now, that is a hard one for a lot of women. Hold on just a second here. I've got my incense going, and for some reason, they decided to really smoke up when I started. So a lot of women have a hard time with self-love because we're taught that self-love is something bad, self-love is vain. And really, the thing that I've learned in my personal journey is to love myself, is to love God. When I love me, I love the one and honor the one who lives in, through, and as me. And so I don't see it as a being vain type thing. It's really in honor of God. And then what is self-care? Self-care, let me give you that. They're so similar. Self-care is the practice of taking an active role in protecting one's own well-being and happiness, especially during challenging times. And the thing that we even want to do is to prevent those challenging times from coming so frequently or at such a depth by doing self-care practices on a daily basis. So that's the difference between self-love and self-care. Self-love is about honoring yourself, self-appreciation, and self-care is about it's the actions that you take because you have that. And self-love has 4 pillars. We're not going to get into all of them, or excuse me, self-love has 4 foundations, but we're going to get into mainly the pillars of self-love today. I hope I said that right. Self-love has 4 foundations, and we're going to talk about the 3 pillars of it. So the foundations are self-awareness, being aware of who you are, self-acceptance, accepting who you are, self-confidence, having that awareness and acceptance that you can step out and do and be who you are intended to be, and then loving all of who you are. And so we're going to focus today on the pillars of self-love, which is gratitude, self-talk, and self-care. So, what are some ways, because tomorrow is what? Valentine's Day. And a lot of times, particularly women, struggle with Valentine's Day because you think Valentine's Day, oh, I have to have a partner. That's what I love about Self-Love Day, is that we can celebrate it right here with ourselves and not have to worry about having a partner on this day. But when Valentine's Day comes, it seems our emotions are heightened because, oh, we may not have a partner. But I invite you to, number one, there are things you can do, like get together and do this thing. I just discovered it. I didn't even know it had a name. Galentine's Day. Get together with friends and celebrate yourselves. Love on each other. It doesn't have to be from the opposite, sex or a partner, a love partner. You can begin to celebrate Valentine's by loving yourself first. Next is a thing you can also do is write yourself a love letter. I know it sounds weird, but this is a really great tip, is to write yourself a love letter. What would you say to your best friend? What would you say to your best friend? Write a letter from that perspective to yourself. And, I would send it off. Take the love note, write the love note tomorrow or today if you're watching this on the replay, and send it to yourself. And when it comes, open that love letter up and just soak all of that goodness in. The next thing is to practice self-care. We talked about what self-care is, and self-care is a practice. And the reason it's a practice because it doesn't always happen the way that it doesn't always happen every day like we would like it. We get, life gets in the way and things impact us, impact our day, and we don't get it in, and then we start guilting ourselves. It's a practice because you're not going to get it right all the time. So what are some things you can do for self-care tomorrow? And it doesn't have to be things that cost money. What can you do? You can take a bath, put some essential oils in it, do some Calgon, Take Me Away. Do they still even make that stuff? I like to put bubbles in mine, and some essential oils, some bath salts, taking time to take in some deep breaths. Breathing is so cleansing for your body. Dancing, you all know I love to dance. So dancing, I want to make sure before I go on, I want to make sure that I am broadcasting in the right place, because God forbid I sit here and spend this time and I am not broadcasting. Yes, I am. Okay, awesome sauce. So dancing. Another thing, I like to do teas. Have tea time with yourself. That's another thing you can do, and you can do it. I always like to have a hot cup of tea. This is my Royal Rock Stars mug for my girlfriend. Having some tea. It's very soothing, and you can do it in such a way that's mindful as you drink it. You can take a sip, and then as it goes down, you can begin to track the warmth of the tea as it goes through your body and down. The next thing is cook yourself a lovely breakfast tomorrow or whenever you see this. I have a tray, you can't see it, but right over here, I have a tray and I keep that tray for my tea time. But sometimes I will keep those same flowers on there, take my breakfast or my dinner or my lunch and fix it up as though I'm at a restaurant. Why? Because I deserve pretty things, and so do you. So that's another way to honor yourself tomorrow. Buy your own self some flowers. And it doesn't have to just be for Valentine's Day. Buy yourself flowers anytime. It's just good for the soul to have fresh flowers in your home. It's just adding beauty to your environment. Have some aromatherapy. I recently bought these hotel scents, and my house constantly has aromatherapy going through. So when I walk into my home, number one, it becomes a scent that immediately invokes relaxation, and number two, it's another great way to just calm myself down when I come and sit into the living room, put on some very nice music, and completely relax. So, these are my tips for you today for National Self Love Day. I hope that you will try one of these. Let me know which one you are going to tap into. This is Dorothy-Inez. Talk to you soon.